In today's video, I want to talk about how well should you really train your restaurant employees. Hey everybody, Ryan Gromfin, author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, founder of therestaurantboss.com and founder of restaurantprofitandperformance.com. And today, like I said, how well should you really train your employees? Well, I got this big smile on my face because I'm hoping I threw you off your game a little bit there. I'm hoping that you are watching this video thinking, maybe I'm doing it right. Maybe I shouldn't be telling my employees everything. Maybe I shouldn't be training them perfectly. Because what if they leave? What if they take all their secrets with them? What if I train them so well that they don't have anywhere in my organization anymore? What if you don't train them and they stay? I got this idea from a Dilbert cartoon. I think it was Dilbert. I'm pretty sure. You know those cartoons in the newspaper where there are all these office characters and they're always joking around about office stuff. But he basically said, what if we train him so well he leaves? And then the other one says, well, what if we don't and he stays? And that's exactly what today's training is about. It's about the fact that if you're not training your employees with everything you know, if you're not putting your heart and soul into it, if training employees is not one of your top priorities, then you're leaving stuff on the table, not just for your employees' benefit, but also for your business and your restaurant. Because I go back to it, if we don't train them and they stay, that's a big problem. And if you're afraid to train them too well because they're going to leave, well, that's not really a problem. That's what we want. My goal with every employee that I had who came through my restaurant was to train them so well that eventually they would move up to the point where I either didn't have a job for them anymore, and then it was my honor and my privilege and my pleasure to help them move on to the next big step in their career. But because of that, my training program was so solid that I had no issues, what I call filling the funnel, meaning we had such a great training program in place that we could always find people toward the bottom of the funnel, and then we could train them through to the point where maybe one day they moved on. But you know what? A few employees did move on, and they've gone on to have great careers managing other businesses or managing restaurants, and I stay in touch with them today. But most of them didn't move on. Most of them stuck around and put so much back into the business that it was what eventually freed us up and allowed us to work on other businesses and to take vacations and to take some extra time off. So again, the purpose of today's video isn't to get into the specifics of how to train or how to develop. I do want to remind you of one of my most favorite sayings, which is manage systems and develop your employees. Because I personally don't believe that you can I personally don't believe that you can manage an employee. Every single person is different. Every single person has different needs, wants, and desires. They come from different backgrounds. They have different belief systems and core values. So managing an employee is very difficult, but you can train them. You can build a system. You can train them how to follow that system, and you can develop your employees into great people. I want to leave you with this. Hire the smile. A lot of the issues and challenges that we have with employees is partially due to training. It's mostly due to systems, but it's also due to the fact that we're just not hiring the right people. So many times we hire someone because they quote unquote have the experience or the skill set for the job. But if they don't have the right personality, if they're not the right person for the job, all the systems in the world, all the training in the world, all the procedures in the world are not going to help them succeed. So make sure we're hiring the smile. Now, maybe if they're in the kitchen, it's not the smile. Maybe in the kitchen, it's the way that they walk around or their attention to detail or the way that they handle themselves with other employees. But if it's in the front of the house, it might be the smile, literally the smile. And there's an interview process that I take people through where we can learn a lot of this before we even get into the skills of it. But the point is, I just think that the expression hire the smile, it's a famous expression, is easy to remember. And again, the point of today's video is to leave you with the fact that I want you to train your employees so well that they leave. Because the better trained employees you have, the better systems you have, the better you are at developing your employees, the easier it's going to be for you to do the things that are important in your business, to open up another restaurant, to work on marketing or other things that you need to be working on. And to eventually grow into multi-units or dozens of units or whatever it is. But if we don't train them, if we hold back, if we keep secrets, if we're afraid that they're going to learn everything and compete against us, that's a scarcity mentality, and it's never going to work out for you in the long run. So remember, train your employees to leave, but motivate them to stay. This has been Ryan Gromfin saying have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed today's training, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Hey everybody, Ryan here. I really hope you enjoyed that video. Would you mind doing me 3 really quick favors? First, would you like this video? Wherever you're watching it, there'll be a button for you to go ahead and click and like the video and then leave a comment somewhere so I could answer your questions. 2, would you go ahead and subscribe to this channel? That way I can continually deliver you the newest updates every time I release a video. And then 3, I'd like to give you something. If you're the kind of person who really wants to get ahead in life faster, I have a 90-day planner here that I'd like to give you. I use this planner every day in my business, and actually I think this is one of the reasons why I'm able to get as much done as quickly and as efficiently as I'm able to. See, every year when I sit down to plan out my year, I sit down and I do 4 of these 90-day planners because I believe that we can't get as much done in a month as we think we can, but we can get a lot more done in 3 months than we think we can. And so I've developed a system, I call it my 90-day planner system, where you can achieve just about any goal you want in 90 days if you follow this. And I'd like to give it to you completely free. Like I say, this is on my desk every single day and I use it in my business and I teach my clients how to use it. And I'd like for you to have it for free. All you have to do is head over to therestaurantboss.com/goal, GOAL. Again, that's therestaurantboss.com/goal. And then just give me your first name and email address and I'll send this right over to you, all 4 pages. Until the next time I see you, go out every day and improve the lives of your customers, your employees, your vendors, and of course, your family.